Today's conversation is for anyone who's doing well, but still asking, now what? Hi, I'm Kim Wilson.
And I'm Natasha Marchewka.
And this is Speechless. Welcome to our behind-the-scenes take on real life in VO, where we share our stories and our resources and our unsolicited opinions.
And welcome to Season 6, our
Yay!
first episode of Season 6. And we're actually starting with a new series called The Next Chapter that we'll be sharing over the next probably couple of months at least. It's for those of us who are no longer trying to break in, but we're still figuring out how to grow, refine, stay engaged without burning ourselves out.
The next step.
It's a really wide, actually, even though, we're not trying to break in. It doesn't matter if you have been in it a couple of years or 20 years. It's that middle part. So today we're talking to our friend, Jen Antkowiak, who many of you already know. We've had her on the show before. And what stood out then and what still does now is her honesty about motivation, effort, and that space where you're doing it right, but you still feel you're just shy of where you want to be. And this conversation matters because it speaks to many of us, balancing ambition balancing ambition with sustainability and confidence with doubt and momentum with care. So let's get to the show.
Speechless. Speechless.
Today's guest is someone you guys have heard before on the show. And if you remember anything from that show, you'll know why we had her back. Welcome, Jen Antkowiak.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jen. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the theme, and then we'll share our beverages. Last time you were on the show, you talked about accountability partners and honesty,
nice.
I believe. So
That's policy.
Right? So because voiceover can be so isolating, Jen is someone who builds momentum through connection and engagement and very practical strategy. So since we last spoke, she's been booking consistently with agents.
Big stuff.
Yeah, big stuff. Good job.
Good job.
Strengthening her footing in corporate and medical narration and continuing to do what she does best, helping people feel like they can do this, especially when they're tired, frustrated, or just one step away from the breakthrough. So today isn't about accountability groups, though they still matter. Today is about motivation, overthinking, burnout, and that very special place where you're close, but not quite where you want to be yet in your career. So,
Your goals.
what should we do with that? Well, first, again, thank you for being here, Jen. And what did you bring to drink today?
Well, we just shoveled 6 inches of snow this morning.
Oh my
so
God. It snowed out there, but it did not snow near me.
Oh, wow.
we live in the same state, and I'll
know.
get dumped with snow, and she won't.
I
So I have it's many different names. I just call it New England in a cup. It is warm apple cider with a shot of Fireball. And it is just so cozy and wonderful.
That's lovely.
Mhm.
And because on my side of the state, it's so sunshiny, around 20 degrees, I have a lemon drop.
Oh, look out. Kim's favorite drink.
This is my favorite drink. I get in trouble with this drink. So let's just hope we can stay on track.
Oh, goodness. And I
can't
have a
wait.
bunch. I brought 3 drinks because I couldn't decide, and part of the reason why I was late. And the first one's totally weird, but I love it, and cheers to it. I thought, Jen, you were going to say maple syrup because New England. So instead, I
yeah.
brought the maple syrup.
Whiskey.
I have
Oh.
kefir, plain white kefir with maple syrup in it.
What?
gosh.
So good for the tummy, good for the tongue. Cheers.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I need to know what you brought, what else you brought. But
I
okay.
know, but I also want to try that now.
Well, it
thought it
just
was-
tastes like yogurt with maple syrup, plain yogurt with maple syrup in it. So
Very nice.
I know you're all so jealous.
No.
Yeah.
So, Jen, the last time we talked about accountability. What's shifted personally for you? So, we said you're booking a lot of big things. So, has anything shifted personally for you?
Definitely.
Oh,
My youngest daughter got married. My
Mm.
oldest daughter moved across the country, and
Oh my gosh.
I just realized I'm not 30, and I don't have
my
to
husband
pretend.
reminds me. My husband says, "You're not 20 anymore."
Right,
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
right.
Thanks
so
for the
much.
reminder.
But
Hmm.
I'm loving not trying to pretend to be 30 anymore.
I love
So I
Yay!
that.
think that's what, bringing my authenticity, and this is who Jen is, and I can still play an attitude or try and do some younger roles, absolutely. But when it's looking for me to be me, fully embraced that I'm an awesome middle-aged woman.
I feel like
You
I've
are.
learned that over the last few years as well, like learning to embrace or at least learning what my style is.
Mm,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
mm,
oh, this is my signature sound, and this is
mm,
why people hire me.
mm.
right.
Not just wondering, like just throwing out a bunch of things and hoping one will stick.
Exactly.
Still
Right?
doing it. Still doing that.
Still doing it.
Yeah. It's hard because you want to give them exactly what they're looking for, but
Mm.
you don't know exactly what they're looking for, and maybe they don't know what they're looking for. So me pretending to be something I'm not is not connecting. It's not me. It's so
You just have to do your best as
just
you,
have to do.
and
That's right.
that's it.
Right.
Moving on.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
have you always felt that well, have you felt like this was the difference from your is this the difference from your career now than it was like 3 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. Uh,
Wow.
I've been coaching with a lot of great coaches. Tina Marasco,
Yeah.
Maria Pendolino, and J. Michael
Oh,
Collins, and
oh,
they're all
good.
just and they are all
Maria.
you're
Shout
just
out to Maria.
yeah. Shout
Okay,
out to
sorry. Go ahead.
Maria. She's just fabulous.
She
It's like
is.
just be you. Just connect with the script, act what the scene calls for, and trust that your you is good
Trust.
enough to put out there. You don't have to
Beautiful.
pretend to be somebody else. And it's just been wonderful.
So
Okay,
good.
so have you always been this encouraging? Come on now. You're always a
No,
ray of sunshine. Soundshine Productions by Jen and Kowiak.
I am always insecure. So I never want anyone else to feel insecure. I want you to come out with your best
Yeah.
selves. I work really hard at being confident, which doesn't,
Mm.
it,
No, I think we all do.
you know,
Don't even step there. I feel like we all work really hard at being confident.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those pep talk. I can't talk
Pep,
today.
pep
Pep
talks.
talks
Yeah.
Well,
before you
it
go into
comes to
conference.
some people more naturally than others. And I have
Yeah.
to say, well, for women, like, oh no, oh no. And men
Oh
are like, yeah, I
no.
got this. And maybe inside
Right.
they're, oh no.
I
Right.
don't know. I don't think so.
I don't
But
think they
yeah,
care.
I
For
don't
us, it
think they
was
care.
always, a lot of it was about physical appearance. I'm 5 feet
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
tall. I've
Mm-hmm.
always been, I'm not proportionate in my, proportional in my
Not a
proportions.
6 foot model.
Yeah, right. So I've always been I'm okay. I'm okay. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
lends itself to everything in your life. I'm okay. I'm okay. And
Yeah.
I found that I have to talk really good to myself like I talk
Mm-hmm.
good to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps boost my
Mm.
confidence up. It's like, yeah, I would never say to Kim, oh, you're really pretty, but I would
Right, right.
never say
But
that.
you're
Right?
really out of proportion.
Yeah. Who says that to somebody?
That's
Well, no,
right.
Right.
I've been thinking
Right.
that too. I would never say certain things to anyone.
That
yeah,
you say to yourself alone
Yeah.
in the dark
Mm-hmm.
as you
right.
stare at the ceiling at 1 a.m. I have no idea what you're talking about. Right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
Exactly.
do that, but
Yeah.
okay. So we want to know your secrets, more secrets. You felt a real shift in booking with agents over the
Yeah.
past few years. What do you think started to change? Was it the confidence, or was it the craft, or something else
I'd say
entirely?
it's mostly the confidence, but that came from studying the craft. So
Ah, of course.
Mm.
when you learn from these great coaches and they're telling you, no, you're in the pocket, that's in the pocket, and you go back and
Mhm.
listen to what you did, it's like that was just me talking, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
exactly what they're looking for.
yeah.
And it doesn't have to be put on. I think hearing that reinforcement from the coaches, realizing that what I'm saying and doing is enough, I don't have to put anything else on, that has let me just relax into doing better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. If I could have a piece of that in my pocket every day, I'd be amazing.
Booking machine.
No, well, don't jinx anything just yet.
No, I will not jinx
It's a
it.
roller coaster.
I know it is.
It is
It
a roller
is.
coaster.
I know. And you book a lot in corporate and medical narration. We
Yeah, a
both
lot of
have
medical.
the same narration client.
Yes.
What do you think makes that work so well for you?
I think what works well for medical and corporate for me is what made me struggle in commercial. I'm very articulate. I think being on stage and singing my whole life, I have to enunciate, make sure everyone understands what I'm saying. That doesn't always work in commercial because you just want to sound like you're talking to your best friend, right? But
Right.
in corporate or especially medical narration, where you're trying to explain to a patient this medicine they're going to take, it has to be very clear. So that is definitely in my wheelhouse. But also, I love the words. I mean, splenomegaly is like one of my favorites. And
Wait,
Say
say that
again.
again. Say it again.
Splenomegaly. I mean, isn't it just fun to say?
Splenomegaly.
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 Yeah.
I can't
For
even.
those of you out there, splenomegaly.
Splenomegaly.
Oh, I said it wrong.
Splenomegaly. Get it right?
Splenomegaly.
What does it mean?
Splenomegaly.
Just-
Splenomegaly.
It has to deal with the spleen. We'll leave it at that. But,
All right.
okay.
Spleen.
Yeah.
Splenomegaly.
Okay.
But
So did you have to let go of anything in order to clear the way, like to make it easier for you on it for all genres?
I think a lot of us feel this way where we want it perfect. It has to be perfect.
What?
So, no, right? So I would take out every breath and I would make sure everything sounds just right. There's no mouth noise. There's nothing. And I had to let that go and just, like I said, be me. So the breaths are left in. I do maybe a little bit of mouth noise removal, but for the most part, it's natural and that's what they want.
Yeah.
So I've had to let go of perfectionism and just concentrated on connecting with the script as much as possible.
Yep. I kind of I've left it too past few months because one of our casting director, we all know, leave the breaths in, leave the everything in, make it, messy.
Make it messy, right? And if you like smoosh a word together, keep it in. Keep it in. Yeah, that's
move on, right?
That's what I've heard. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is really hard to do when you're
So
like, I can
hard.
say that so much better.
Right.
Right? Are you sure they're going to like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And redo,
it's so hard to not
redo. So, Jen, a lot of us feel like we're one step away from the next level. I think we do.
Yeah.
When you sit with that feeling, what do you think the next step might be for you right now?
For me, it is remembering the joy and excitement I had when I first started building this business. So I've reached a plateau of comfort. I'm comfortable. And so now it's my job. I love what I do, but there isn't that, oh my God, I get to make money at this. And oh my God, how much more money can I make? And what can I do next? So I have to go back and remember that this is fun. Go in and have fun.
Right.
And that's been interesting because I worked for so many years building the business. I was a business owner and I loved that. And I think I lost a little bit of the play and the acting and so that coming back is definitely helping. But also I love a good spreadsheet. So going back and looking at what worked and what didn't it's also helpful.
But in
What
terms
helps
of
Sorry.
in terms of like next level, LA, New York, how are you feeling about being in Maine? I think
No, she's in Massachusetts.
Oh, sorry, Massachusetts.
Girly, we are in
M&M,
Massachusetts.
New
we're not in
England.
Maine.
I just like a quick drive to New York. I think I know what you're saying.
Is there a next level for you? Do
There
you
is
feel
a
like
next
you're
level. Yeah.
Is there?
I
What does it look like?
It looks like booking the jobs and making the money that I dreamed of.
Oh, okay.
There were times throughout this whole career where I felt like all of these people were so much better than I was. And
Yeah,
I put
right?
myself in another
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
But
In your head.
in my head, yeah.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I know what I'm booking. And so I'm believing what I can book in the future. So
Yeah.
I
It's national
believe,
stuff, Jen.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
incredible.
right. So there can just be more of that and
Hmm.
more relationships and more agents and management and who knows what the sky is the limit again.
Oh, I
Those
love that.
limiting beliefs
Right.
have gone away.
I
That's
love that.
so wonderful. What's
Yes.
Yeah.
so cool about that is that you get to continue with the dream. You have a
Yeah.
goal and then you go, well, what happens when I achieve that goal? Am I going to
Mhm.
look around and be like, there's nothing left?
Right.
No. You know
Right.
what I mean?
So I
The
think
world
what
just keeps expanding.
right. And I think when I set a plateau, that's definitely where that was. I achieved that goal. I had a
Mm.
certain number in my head that I wanted to make and jobs that I wanted to book.
Hmm.
And I never thought to look further than that.
Right.
And
Hmm.
now I can look further than that. And it's scary, just like every leap is scary, but I did it once, I can do it again.
What was the thing inside that gave you permission to dream bigger?
I'm going to say
That-
booking.
I will say, I
Ah,
was going to say booking, but honestly, it was feedback from
Mm-hmm.
coaching with casting directors who said I was in the select piles. They know they've sent me out for stuff.
Aha.
And
Absolutely.
we don't usually get to know that, right?
Yeah.
You just know
Hmm.
you don't book it or you do. So
Hmm.
hearing that I'm
In the
at
top.
least
Yeah.
hmm
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, then let's go. Let's
oh,
go for it.
okay. Let's do this. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah,
do this, universe. Let's
right.
take a step into, taking risks. I mean, that's the way things happen
Oh, it
in this
helps so
career.
much to know you're in the top 5, the
Yes,
Absolutely.
top 3, even the top 10. Oh,
right.
thank you for telling me because you just don't know.
And
Right.
even so, a lot of times we're not going to know. Agents aren't going to tell us, or casting directors won't tell us, but your clients can give you testimonials. People, if someone sends you
Mm,
a random note on
Hmm.
how great this project was that
Hmm.
you did,
Hmm.
you save it, you write it down, and
Yeah.
you go back and look at it as often as you can when you're not feeling in the groove, because
Yeah.
just remembering that, okay, yeah, I'm doing this. I am okay. I am, having
that's a
that
great
outside.
tip. That is a great
Yeah.
tip.
Yeah.
I have a spreadsheet of one good thing a day that I add to every day. So, in March when things are dark,
Yes,
I,
March. Why is that March and January? What? What
What?
happens? And,
Kim and I,
And
February? Because
July
of
too.
Valentine's Day, it's
no,
happier?
no, I don't know. Well, Kim and I talk about this all the time. Our March conversation with our significant others. It's
Yeah.
always this is it. This is the year I'm not going to book anymore. It's so
Yeah.
slow.
Really?
And
Every March.
every March.
Oh my
And
Every
gosh.
then
March.
the conversation is the same. It's like, okay, here we go. In December, you always come back and say, "Hey, that was a great year. Just
Yeah.
remember, it's always gonna be fine." So
Yeah.
it's that every March I have to go back and look, "Oh yeah, I did that. Oh yeah, I got onto that roster." So it's just helpful to
Yes.
me to get
Interesting.
through the lows of the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that is
have
such a
a
good reminder
I have
because
an
March is coming.
accolades. Yeah. I have an accolades folder in my inbox and I'll
Oh,
just throw
Mm.
them in there and I have for 20 years. Guess
Oh,
who never looks at it? I never look at it. But it's there, so I think that's a
yeah.
step in the right
that
direction.
is a
Well,
step in the right direction.
Yeah.
but a quick way to combine things is marketing in those accolades. Go in once a month and choose one
Mhm.
and post it on social
Mm.
media. So now
Mm.
you're doing your social media marketing and you're giving yourself that boost that you need. So
Look at
Jen,
Jen.
you are a genius.
that's why I'm here. So,
It's true. So, when we do try too hard and things go sideways, like we all do that, what are your signs that you know that you're pushing too hard?
And what does pushing too hard look like? Because that's
Mm.
different for everyone as well,
Mm-hmm.
my
right?
my first sign is I'm like this. I'm like, I've got to get this just right. And I can tell I'm leaning into the microphone and I'm tense.
Okay.
And that's when I'll text somebody something ridiculously funny. So we start laughing and I relax. But people always say, leave your booth, go do something else that makes you happy. And I thought, who has time for that?
Exactly.
Right?
But I started doing it and I came back into the booth and I read it again. I said, wow, that felt really good. And I compared it to the one I did before I left. It was, oh, there was no way I was going to send that other one. So
Okay.
I
Wow.
know they say it. And so if it's maybe not every time, but if you have the time to every
To
now and
walk
then get
away.
out to walk away, it
Mm.
works. Oh,
Hmm.
I hate that it
I'm
does.
I am dying to know what trying too hard looks for you like for you, Natasha, because
Oh,
you are a perfectionist. What does that look
Ah,
like for you?
I don't know what it's like to not try too hard.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I
Mm-hmm.
was looking to see if there's a note in I know there's a note somewhere that says stop trying so hard.
yeah.
Because
In your
at
booth.
everything, I try too hard at everything. And that's not attractive.
Well,
Mm.
that's just it. No one wants to take advice for someone pushing that hard, right? But
Right,
I
right.
don't know if we can swear in the show, if you can
Yeah,
bleep
oh
it out.
yeah. Have
Oh,
you
okay.
met us?
Are you fucking kidding? Of course.
Okay, great. Well, my friend Bill always says you got to give 30% less fucks. So walk in and just say, I give 30% less fucks today. Start
I
the
love
script with
that.
Oh,
fuck it.
that just
Fuck it. What
feels
the fuck?
relaxing to hear
And I
that.
can't believe I'm swearing like that,
Oh my gosh, Jen. I know, me neither.
but just walk into the booth and go, today I give 30% less fucks. Did you
Oh, I
know if
love
you
that.
sign up with,
Oh my gosh, I love that.
yeah,
30%
Yeah.
less fucks. Give
yeah,
30%
We
less
should
fucks.
have it
That's a
on
t-shirt.
a graded
right.
scale, though.
Yeah,
How are you feeling
Yeah.
today? Well, today,
like those
50%
smile
less.
pain scales, right? How many fucks are
Right.
you giving today?
Yes,
I
the
love
smile
that.
pain scale.
Somebody make that for us, please.
Right.
Oh my God, I love that.
Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break for a speechless promo that I know you all love so very much, and we'll be right back to ask Jen some, maybe embarrassing questions.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
be right
What?
back. Okay, hi, popping in here just for a sec with our speechless promo that we do in the middle of every show. So if
Mhm.
this is your first time here to Speechless, welcome. No
Yay.
expectations. However, if you've listened before and you found yourself nodding, taking notes, or, well, feeling less alone, then
Mm.
here's our agreement. We talk openly about what's working and what's still unfolding in our businesses and personally sometimes, and we make space for those kinds of conversations. So if this is serving you, please stay connected and hit subscribe. Tell someone who might need to hear it as well. Watch our show to listen to our show either on YouTube or on our podcast platforms. Not because you have to, because this works best if we all work together. Thank you.
Yay.
And I do want to mention our new Speechless Planner. It's version 2.0, and
Mhm.
it's up-leveled with, there's a lot of writing in here, so I don't want to share. But it's a lot of journaling, but it's also goal-setting cues and organizational cues and how-tos, how to get from, well, I want to do this to, I'm doing this, plus resources at the back of the book. So go to speechlessvo.com and check that out there, and also all the other resources we have there. Okay, back to the show.
Says the
Okay, and we're
devil.
back trying to cut the girls off from all their banter so we can actually do the show.
Sorry.
It's just fun. Don't be
Let's
sorry.
talk about the conversational read because I think that's
Yes,
so
please. Yeah.
important. How many specs do we get? Conversational, you were just talking about
Yeah.
relaxing into it.
Mhm.
It's the most ironic
Mhm.
voiceover struggle. I
Mhm.
mean, be yourself, be casual, be
Yeah.
conversational.
Mhm.
And yet, how the do you do that? It is
Mhm.
so hard. So, talk to us a little bit about that.
I
How do you
have
deal with that?
two great coaches who taught me tricks, and I don't know if I can give their tricks away, but
Oh,
I will
Oh,
absolutely. Okay, so let's not.
but you can promote
Um,
the coaches.
I
You
can
can.
promote Tina Marasco and her library, and
oh,
Deirdre
Hmm.
yes.
McCarthy of Face to Face Pro.
Second one?
Wonderful.
Who?
Deirdre McCarthy of Face to Face Pro. She's a local lady here in
Oh.
Massachusetts,
Oh, okay.
not really part of the
No.
industry as a whole, but I stumbled upon her,
Oh,
and she's brilliant.
never
She's
heard of her.
And
changed your reads.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Well,
And
Tina, we've had on the show, and she has still the highest impressions for our shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Well, she
loves.
breaks it down. She gives you
Yeah.
aha moments that you can actually use in the booth. So I highly recommend
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Um, but it boils down to realizing that this is a conversation that these scripts want you to have. make it a conversation. So if you have to change what it says to have that conversation with the picture in your booth of your sister or whoever it is that you're looking at, and then you come back and read the words that they say,
Right.
make it, how would you have that conversation?
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have to go, all right, 30% less fucks, because I wouldn't talk to my sister like the script is written.
Right. You just
So
keep breaking it down.
Yeah.
I
I
had a
love
most
that.
amazing coaching audition support the other day. So I came in there. It was for, I'm not going to say the brand, but it was for pet food for farm animal pets, which is super unusual.
Right.
But I thought I had to bring they wanted a mid voice, kind of like farmer-ish, I guess. Someone who raises chickens, hobby
Middle
farm.
America, just down to earth, salt of the
Yeah.
earth type thing. Yeah.
So I just kept it low and I'm just being, just chill because you don't want to be too like this and hey, because that's not conversational. So I did what I thought was a pretty good job. And then I sent them to my coach, Hugh Klitsky. And he said, you need to pretend you're actually walking into this pet feed store and that you're looking at the baby chicks. And I was like, oh, okay.
Like
And
that's our response. So maybe that should be your response, right? Oh.
right. And then also, your chicks look great, your chickens look healthy, but you need this food. And I thought, okay, I'll try it. And so I typed in baby chickens and saw, images of them. And it really got me into it because I'm talking to myself, oh my gosh, look at that little brown one. And that one's white. Oh my gosh, their beaks are so cute. And so then I did this read that I would have never expected out of my mouth, whether or not, the listener's like, what in the...
But it was such a growing moment. Like that's a nugget that everyone can take away and be like, oh, right. You actually put yourself into that scene and actually had a conversation, like Jen was saying, with somebody in that actual
In
scenario.
that scene, right. So just like we said, don't overwork it. Don't overwork it. Leave the booth. It takes so much time to overwork it. We could take 15, 20 minutes on an audition that we're not feeling we're getting. If you took 5 or 10 minutes before you recorded to get yourself in that scene and have that conversation. But we say it's hard, but I'm going to give a shout out to Mark Gus here for a second. I was at VO Atlanta last year, and at the beginning of his session, he gave all the voice actors so much praise for the fact that we have to switch our personalities on a dime. We go from a corporate read to a medical read to a high commercial to an automotive commercial to a deep political commercial. We are constantly having to switch it up, audition after audition, one right after the other. It's like split personalities you have to pull out of your head.
Right.
So if you give yourself that 5 minutes before you get into the next script, you'll be able to connect with that story better. Because if you just came off an automotive ad, you can't do a warm, caring hospital ad.
And you can hear it in the next ad.
You
sometimes
can.
I have an editor that's like, what did you do before you recorded this part? Oh, a video game audition.
Right.
I was yelling at my kid.
Right. So even though we feel like it takes so much time away because we're in a rush to get all of these out, taking just that beat to get in the headspace of the commercial or corporate video or whatever it is you're doing, take that time to get in that headspace.
Yep, 100%. Okay, let's move on from that and talk about marketing. I love marketing. Do you like marketing? Do you hate it? Do you hate it?
I know what the answer is to this.
I hate it. And I was talking to Kim about this one time. I said, I hate getting marketing emails. It's like, I don't need you. Why are you bothering me? So I feel like that's all they're saying to me. I really am a nice person, but I don't I don't know. But so I found out that I have to do something that feels authentic to me. I can't send 100 emails a day. That's not who I am, just pounding those out and talking to everybody. But I started this thing a couple years ago where I send a quarterly newsletter every season telling clients I've had for the last 2 years, even if I didn't work with them this year, but I worked with them the year before, they get this newsletter that says my out of the studio dates. And it's filled with my original photography. It's filled with funny stories of my life. You know, I love New England, talking about being in New England. And then it's just in a big box. It gives them the dates I'm not going to be there. If they don't feel like reading it, they can just see when I'm not going to be there. And I get replies from my clients that say they love it. It's authentic and fun and engaging. They love reading my updates. So I think that is the most important thing, is finding out what works for you and not trying to do a plan that works for everybody else. So
100%. You don't have to do everything. Just find what you enjoy doing.
Right. Now I have to find that for warm leads. I haven't quite done that yet. Other than, I do have one tip. The best success I have is if you're researching a company, go to their meet the team page if they have one. You know, sometimes and people will talk about themselves.
Yes.
And read about, now you have something personal about that person that maybe you have a connection with. I emailed a guy because he proposed to his wife at Machu Picchu. And they hiked to Machu Picchu and he proposed. And I had 10 years ago, I hiked the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu. So
of course you did.
How random is that, right? And so that's how I started. That email was with that connection.
Such a clever tip.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really
I have this one client, well, not anymore, but anyway, I had this one client went to meet the team on the website, and he liked to call people earthlings. So when he emailed me, I said, "Oh, thanks, Earthling," and it was so fun because we just back and forth with that because that was his vibe, and you just so he appreciated that. And it's not that he's not my client anymore for any negative reasons. It's just one of those things. Moves on, right? Yeah, really good tip, Jen. Thank you. So you've given us a lot about mindset, but I'm going to ask you two questions to end the show. One is there one small mindset shift that you can recommend for everyone when it comes to marketing and the craft? And then your most embarrassing moment in the booth.
What?
So what's a mindset shift around the craft and marketing? And if you have to repeat yourself, that's cool.
The mindset shift is I'm a sucker for a really great motivational quote. So I know that doesn't work for a lot of people.
Sign me up too.
But I trade those out. But I went back to my roots. I built this business doing direct marketing. I know I have to do it again to grow some more. And I just read a quote that said, "What you did to get here is not going to get you there." And
bam, period.
Oh my God. I'm like, yes. So you have to think outside the box. You have to do what you don't want to do. You have to, if you want to go one more level, you've got to go do one more thing.
So that's true of marketing and the craft.
And the craft. Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Wacky
Wow.
characters.
You always do what you've always done. You'll always get what you've always got.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then my first quote when I first started in my booth was always, "I didn't come this far just to get this far." So remembering that was my first one, and now hearing this one as in 2026, that I have to do something else to get there. That's just somehow all connected for me. And
I'm so inspired. I want to go write my journal now. Okay.
I know, it's very inspiring.
So anything embarrassing ever happened to you in the booth? Kim, did you want to share one of your
God, I think
jewels?
I've already
Shared a lot.
I share every embarrassing moment in this booth because I'm trying to normalize the humanness of being a voice actor and how
I'm trying to think.
it's not perfect.
Jen, don't tell me you've never had anything embarrassing happen with a client.
Other than Source Connect not working well, I mean, that's always embarrassing. The only thing that's embarrassing is I think I'm really funny. And
You are funny.
I don't
You do
know.
think you're really funny too. Yeah.
We would just like to give you props on that.
Thank you. Yeah. And every now and then I will say something in a session that I think is like boom, 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 and it's going to land, and it silence. Like,
I bet it's like a typical dad joke, or I don't think I'm on
She
sure.
board.
is. She's great at dad jokes.
I bet. Yeah.
So I
That
would
is
say,
classic. But remember, when they have us on those Source Connect things, they have to patch themselves in order to hear the laugh. So, like a
so
lot of
maybe
times,
they're laughing, and
they're
I don't know.
probably laughing, and you don't hear. They don't press the button to hear them.
Just tell yourself that, Jen.
That's what
Okay.
that's what I'm telling you right now.
I will say that happens more often than I
Like,
wish it would.
Brilliant.
Well,
Chef's kiss to that.
Kim, did you want to
Yeah.
add something? Oh, Kim reminded me of when she went to get a mouse that fell off the desk and hit her head on the desk when she's trying to get her mouse during a
I remember.
And I pressed stop.
Oh,
So 45
and
minutes.
stop recording.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi. Remember when I hit my head? Yeah, well, I pressed stop.
no. Yikes.
Oh, Jen, thank you so much for being here. We love chit-chatting with you. We love seeing your sound-shiny face. And
Yes.
I hope you'll come back. Cheers to you.
Cheers to
Absolutely.
you.
Cheers to you.
Thank
Cheers
you.
to all of us.
Yes.
Speechless.